Hello everyone and welcome to another episode from the C to the G to the E-N-I-U-S, Genius. No, it's Crafted Genius here. CG for short. I'm here today with another Fortnite Battle Royale 2017 gameplay. This one is again from October 2017, not long after the game actually launched. And it's a bit of a different video for you. So let's just jump straight into this as always and see what I'm talking about. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to another Fortnite Battle Royale video. Just in the waiting screen here, it's very funny to see people like attack different objects within that starting island and being able to like not do anything, because back in the day of original Fortnite you couldn't really do anything on the original island. You couldn't break things, you wouldn't get materials to build, and it was very like you just might as well just stand there and wait. And that's a small funny preview that I thought I would just leave in there for you guys. So anyway, we're back over the original map. You can see we're flying over the Dusty Depot before it became the Dusty Divot with that island. This time we can see that Tomato Town is its own named location, and in today's video we're going to be landing very close to Tomato Town, but it might be one of those locations, but I'm sorry for the cough. It's one of these locations that is one of those nostalgic places because it's like not a named location, but it's quite a popular one. It's in between Tomato Town, Wailing Woods, and also Anarchy Acres. And yeah, we can see obviously here we've got two other people landing with me. And let's just crack on. So with every video that I like go through, because I've got quite a lot of PlayStation 4 old videos that have been saved from Fortnite, my way of selecting which ones to upload as gameplays tends to be at the end. I have a look at how many kills I've got. I tend to look at how the game ends, try and scroll across if there's any funny moments, because it's so easy to record on the PlayStation. You just hit that share button. There we go. Giving this guy no mercy, straight for the kill. And this one, I looked to the end and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I thought, let's upload this. So here we are. Just give you a bit of a sneak peek behind the curtains. So the submachine gun is one of those old submachine guns. But yeah, I do apologise for the cough. Every video it sounds like I'm apologising for the cough. And it's one of those that's just not going away. It's been months I've had this. Months I've had this cough. And it just won't go. It's got better. But I imagine like I've either got some sort of like cold or infection or something's going around, because it's been lingering for a long time. I've been to a wedding, I've been to a stag do, and I've like still got this cough, and I'm just like, when will it ever leave? But anyway, here I am, healing up for a little bit. And let's see how this gameplay unfolds. So this is, of course, before the battle pass. Still, I'm gonna actually have a look on when the Fortnite battle pass got released. I'm gonna say it's 2018. Battle pass December. It's looking like December. Oh no, October the 24th. Oh, I'm very close, I think. I think it's around this time. But anyway, quite lucky here to get a shield potion. I'm sure we'll see gameplay of where I get the those upgrades. Hopefully I have some videos of like me scrolling through that original battle pass unlocks, because I can't remember what else you can unlock. I just remember the Black Knight, and you had to play quite a lot to get that Black Knight. Have eyes of an eagle when I'm playing this game. I didn't even see him when I'm watching this on a big HD PC screen, but there he is. I can see him. This is a location that I completely forgot about. The huts that actually had a bit of an underground to them. That's pretty cool. That's a throwback. Quite lucky there to get another shield potion, so I'm actually pretty strong. Only going to be 25 health off being fully charged. Quite lucky with the circle as well, so I'm just ready to go and get some boys. And this is maybe how I start building my confidence in Fortnite with how I play, because there's a lot of people that just stand off. And one of the counterintuitive things with this game is you have to be bold when you're weak. You can't just hold back and hope that they go away, because it's not like... I think it's something like evolutionary, where someone's attacking you and you just like either run at them and attack. It's like fight or flight. And a lot of the time you just stand still and freeze. And that's one of the early signs of like Fortnite gameplay, is you'd see me on low health and I'll just freeze and I'll just hope they go away. But if you actually pretend that you've got loads of health and just charge at them, they would normally be the ones that freeze. So that's one of the tips that I would say from this early gameplay, is just act confident. If you have low health, they don't know that. There's no signs. Again with the 6 shotgun. There we go. He took quite a while to react that I was shooting him, by the way. But anyway. So you have to be careful in this, obviously. I picked up a trap. He could have easily laid a trap. One of the things that I like to do with these traps is actually put them on the ceiling. Placing on the floor is very easy for someone to see as they're walking in and actually just stand back and not walk in. But I think I realised that the circle's going to be coming in. The likelihood that someone's going to be walking into this house is quite slim. So it's quite a smart decision of me there not to place it down. But if I were to place it down, I would highly suggest putting it on the ceiling, not the floor, because people don't tend to look at the ceiling when they walk into a place. Anyway, 4 kills, looking quite good. Quite good weapons. It's quite funny to see how the grenade icon is just like a PNG of a fucking, I don't know, like a clip art of a grenade. And you can carry 10. That's a lot of grenades. Anyway, materials wise, I'm looking quite good, looking quite healthy. See, that's an annoying thing. I'm trying to pick up 15 bandages, and rather than pick up 15, it's only letting me pick up 9, even though I've just picked up 15 by dropping my weapon. Quite a stupid thing of the gameplay, but obviously that's something that's been improved since. I also forget how much damage a trap actually does. So I actually have to be quite careful with how I pick up these items now. So I think my logic here is to hopefully try and entice someone into the room by leaving the chest, I imagine. Or that I'm going to be busy collecting the chest, that I just want some protection. That might be the reasoning for this. Anyway, we've got a blue revolver. This is definitely getting into the older, not older, but more senior type of Fortnite. This is my very primitive editing. I think this is like after I watched some YouTube videos on like the types of edits you could make, because in my previous video you saw me try and edit the wall, and I just had no idea that you couldn't just have a gap down the middle. So I've obviously learned that build with the stairs there. My building, by the way, nowadays is still shite. I can obviously throw down items quicker and walls quicker and stairs, but I'm not one of these people, even though I'm like an OG player, I'm not one of these that can just whack up a entire structure as soon as I get hit for anything. So don't expect any sort of gameplay from the build section of Fortnite. I do tend to play zero build nowadays because I just don't have the reactions. I'm over 30 years old now, and you know, it sounds like I'm like on the brink of death, especially when I've got this cold and stuff. But it's true that my reactions aren't what they used to be. When you're playing against like 16-year-olds or even younger people, or 20-year-olds that have just been fueled on Monster Energy all day, you don't have the energy, you don't have the reactions to be able to spin up these structures that they can do nowadays. When you actually want to go and touch some grass, Anyway, maybe it's just me being a bit salty there. So we're just going into the circle here. It's quite cool to see some of these old, like, random bits of, I wouldn't say lure, but lure? Is that the way you say it? Lore? Random bits around the map, like chairs sitting around a scarecrow and things. And you have to remember, Fortnite was one of those maps that just continually updated, and everything, it was such a popular game that everything was like minutely looked at as to like, oh, could this be the next thing that gets updated? How do things move across the map and things like that? So especially as seasons started to come in and people was trying to find out, like, okay, what's this secret bunker? I remember there being a bunker in Wailing Woods, and you couldn't break it through. It was one of the only items within the game that you couldn't break the structure of, and it turned out to be something to do with a season. So seeing those chairs with the scarecrow, that would have been like, oh, what's that got to do? I wonder how that's going to change over time. But anyway, we're down to the final 14 so far. I haven't really seen too many people. It's been quite a quiet game. But like I say, we'll see how this plays out. This is what this nostalgia is all about. It's seeing how gameplay evolves. And I'm sure there's going to be some absolutely epic games where I look back on the gameplay and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, how did I do that? Or, absolute clutch moments. So we can see in the distance is it the Wailing Wood? Massive spire. I don't think it is Wailing Wood. It's something else, isn't it? Lonely Lodge, it might be. Something like that. Massive spire. Pretty cool. So I'm obviously looking for anyone that's running against that storm. Not really seeing anyone. It's obviously a quiet corner of the map, especially as the direction of the battle bus came in. I am towards the back end of the drops. So this is another thing with the map is obviously this is before Tilted Towers, and a lot of the popularity around the Fortnite gameplay came around the Tilted Towers update, where that was such a hot spot for drops, and just if you wanted crazy gameplay and things, you would drop at Tilted Towers. Back in this season, if you wanted like crazy gameplay, I would say maybe Dusty Depot would have been quite a hot spot to drop out, only because it's in the center of the map. But there wasn't really a central point like Tilted Towers was. You had Retail Row, Pleasant Park, Salty Spring. I don't think Salty Springs was its own location then, but Greasy Grove definitely was. Salty Springs was one of those that was on the map, but it would never had a named location until a couple of updates in. Tomato Town being another one of those. But for really hot drops, I would say maybe Dusty Depot back in this gameplay sort of time. But it was never anything like Tilted Towers. I can assure you there's crazy gameplay of Tilted Towers that I've got. So anyway, we're down to 9 players. Again, it's quite a few players left for what is quite a big circle. Very cautious gameplay. I'm having to check the bushes as well, because obviously bush camping was something that was brand new to like Fortnite. Obviously camping was a thing before Fortnite, but actually being able to like just blend into the environment was something that I was so shocked at. And you might have seen it in my my compilation video where I've just like walked straight past a bush and then I just get absolutely blasted by a bush. So I'm just checking these bushes because they can be quite powerful ways of getting through to the end game. Not really seeing any clues that anyone's in a bush, but I'm quite comfortable here. Always making sure that my guns are fully reloaded if someone were to come around. Quite central in the circle, so there's not much pressure on me to go and explore. My gameplay knowledge of Fortnite knows that the vast majority of players are going to be, South Way, just because of the way that the battle bus came in. So I'm quite happy to go and explore these buildings. And the reason I'm going for these buildings is so I have a little bit of cover and I can build like a sizable amount of protection against if someone were to shoot me. Now I can hear something glitching. It doesn't sound like a player, but it sounds like an item or something is like glitching out, and that's quite off-putting. Sound is a very important aspect of Fortnite. If you don't already wear a headset, or if you just use like a little earbud to talk to your friends and that's it, and your rest of your audio is coming from the TV, you're at such a disadvantage because you can't hear footsteps and you can't hear exactly where someone is. And that's one of the very early things that I found back in the Xbox 360 days when I was trying to get better at Call of Duty, was just how impressive of a change you would get from wearing a good headset. So I'm one of those players that had the Turtle Beach. I can't even remember which ones they were. It was a Turtle Beach set. Turtle Beach set. And I haven't looked back since. Doesn't have to be expensive nowadays, so you can get a decent set of headphones for like 20-30 quid. As long as you're getting like bi-directional audio, and I think it's like, I think they're called 5.1, where you can hear different directions. I'm no audio specialist, in case you couldn't tell, but anyway. An easy kill there. We can still hear something making a noise, and it's annoying me. I think this is why I've gone to the top, because I'm trying to like figure out where the audio is coming from. Something's just banging on itself, and no, it's not my mum before you say anything. So you'll see how I'm quite careful in my gameplay. The other building was, I had just shot someone there, so people are going to know that that's going to be like a good place to go and set up. I've got the trap in there as well, so I'm quite covered. If I take this building, that means I've got both. And both of them are in the circle as well, so that's quite a strong position to be at. But what I was saying is about how I'm careful is, as I ran into the building, I didn't just run in with my assault rifle that I had out previously, where I was shooting people from afar. I knew that if I was going to run into a building, there could well easily be a player within these buildings. So I swapped to my shotgun, preemptively ready for any like short, close combat situation. And this is the sort of thing that you could easily pick up nowadays. These aren't like groundbreaking tips. It's just like very simple things that a lot of players just maybe take it too casually. But I'm one of these Fortnite players. Like, I see it in Ninja when I watch Ninja play. He gets so passionate about if he loses, or if he not even just loses, but loses a gunfight, a battle, like with a one-on-one with a player, and it just doesn't work out in his way. I'm one of those that just gets as passionate and like tries to learn what did I do wrong and how could I improve. But anyway, here we are. We're still waiting for this circle to close in. 5 players left, 5 kills. Obviously, we can see that someone's building a quite impressive structure. That's very off-putting when you're this early in Fortnite. And you're not much of a builder. You're seeing something like this. And you've got 10 grenades, but you can't throw grenades that far. Thankfully, someone else is going for him. So that means at least 2 people are over there. Now, the new circle has been indicated, and it shows that I have to go slightly in his direction, which is a little scary. Oh. 83 headshot again. It's the same as my last gameplay. The headshot multiplier from afar is ridiculous. I don't know why I'm checking these bushes. That must have been where he came from. It's just out of don't know, trying to be a bit more safe, I guess. So 6 kills. We're down to 4 players now. Now, this is quite a dilemma here. I've got a sniper rifle. I've got a grenade launcher. That's a new weapon since our last gameplay. I would highly take that over... Oh, only 2 bullets, though, so that's not that impressive. But I would probably take that over the shotgun, even with just two shells. We're down to 3 players now. That player to the west would have died. So I'm having to be quite careful. I'm going for the distance run, just so I'm a bit further away from this guy. I know that someone's in there, and I know that he's just got a kill. So I know that he's going to be either distracted by healing himself, or he's going to be on the lookout for that next kill, and he's got like a lust for blood. That's how I tend to play anyway. So anyway, I don't actually know how this gameplay ends. All I do is look at the last... I get like a little overview of how this video goes, and then I'm like, oh, that'll be a good video. Let's see how this goes. So, you know, it's quite fun to do, really. So, oh, I can see his hair. Oh, very close. I don't watch this like frame by frame or anything like beforehand. I like to react like quite naturally. I just want to make sure that it is a relatively decent gameplay, especially for back in the day. But a lot of people watching these videos might think, oh, you know what, it's only 6 kills. Why are you uploading this? But you have to remember, back in the day of Fortnite, this is 100 actual people that are playing this. There's no bots. There's no like, I don't know. There's none of this noobiness that you get nowadays, especially, I think the bots are the big thing. It's quite... I'm a bit torn on the bots, to be honest. I'm torn because it's fun to constantly have that adrenaline of playing against someone, but at the same time, it can be, I don't know, you get high kill gameplay and you're just like, how many of those are bots? You don't know. But this is just pure people, real people. And 6 kills is quite a lot. You know, I've got, 6% of the whole server I've killed. So you have to remember this was a different time. You have to see how primitive the building was. And, even doing something like this was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But I'm in quite a strong position here. Oh my God, look at this. I'm quite a strong position here. The circle is like directly on me. And then I see a drop is right beside me as well. Now, this is quite risky, me keeping my head up like this, because the other guy is still in his building. I won't be surprised if I get hit in a minute. Anyway, I try and go for the flooring to get this drop instead. Now, I don't know what happened to that third player. I don't know when that person died. Even watching this back now, I don't recognise when that person died, but we are down to the final 2. And now, obviously, my predator-prey sort of like mindset is this guy could be on the hill, or he could still be in his little lobby thing. But obviously, the storm's come in now. I'm trying to attract some sort of gunfire or something. I think that he could be maybe doing a sky build, and that's something that I've got videos of. That'd be funny to watch back. But he's not on the hill because the storm's over it. He's got to be beneath me. Now I've got quite a strong building here with all the brick. I can hear him finally. He's somewhere to the southeast. The drop, did I just miss it? I don't actually know what happened to the drop then. I'm going to have to go back and watch what happened to that drop. I can hear something. I'm just going to let it play out. I'm half tempted to like open it in a different window. See if I can do that. Yeah, it just stopped. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to skip forward to hopefully where it's still... Anyway. So I've just gone back over the gameplay just to check what happened to that supply drop. It did actually glitch. It just disappeared. So when I was looking up to see what happened, or if I was trying to find a player, it was actually trying to see what happened to my supply drop. It just didn't appear. So you'll be able to hear that there's this like ticking that you would normally hear when you get a supply drop coming in, but it actually doesn't land. It didn't land on my building, and it didn't. Yeah, it was just a complete glitch. So I'm a bit unfortunate there because I've made this structure to try and capture the drop. The drop hasn't come in, but I'm looking in quite a strong position anyway. I've got the assault rifle, got a sniper, got my grenades, got a decent amount of heals, and I've also got the grenades and grenade launcher. I know this person's directly below me, but again, it's the second glitch in this video where, you know, the first one was something moving and I could hear that something was moving. And now this time it's the drop. So I'm getting a bit cocky here because I know that he's directly beneath me, but he's not trying to shoot down my building. He's not trying to break anything. He's not trying to build up. I've got all these materials. Looking at 396 on the wood. Just gone to 118 on the metal. I'm just building a bit more of a structure. I'm fully anticipating that this circle is going to get so tight I'm going to need my heals. And that was one of those early things in Fortnite where I was like, oh my god, do you know what happens when the storm gets so tight? And that was always a bit of those, one of those like early things in Fortnite that you forget that you just didn't know what happened at the end of a storm. So I can hear that he's trying to break through. I'm getting a bit cocky. Doing the default dance, of course. And out of nowhere, he hops up, breaks through, and won the game. Now, I finished that game with 6 kills. And honestly, that was quite shocking. That was quite a shocking performance there. First of all, I don't know why I'm going to report him. He does not deserve a report. I should have known that he was breaking through. I should have known that, you know, it's coming to the final bit of the game. I should have been a bit more safe with my builds. Maybe build a second layer. Maybe box him in. Maybe even drop down and try and kill him. There was no confidence there. And that's what I was saying. I think that's the big takeaway from this video is if you're still playing Fortnite, which I presume you are because you're watching these videos, sometimes it's about psychology. It's about reverse psychology. Even if you're weak. I wasn't weak in that situation, but I was playing very defensive. So that meant he came up to me. And I should have fully anticipated that. I was strong. I had a lot of weapons. I should have just dropped down to him and started firing. Or I should have played it a little bit more safe. Not been so cocky that I was doing the default dance. And just be ready to heal in that final storm. But he was a better player at the end of the day. He won the game. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's something a bit different. I knew that was a bit different because it was one that I lost. And I want to make sure that I'm not just uploading victory royales. I have to talk about the gameplays where I get a decent amount of kills, but I actually end up losing. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of more of those coming. But anyway, we are just exiting the October type of period. So October 2017, we've got plenty more videos in 2017 to come, including over the Christmas break. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.